Hey Daisy, can you get off of me? This is the best I'm doing. Look, they're amazing for trading. Alright. Yo, what up, chat? You can if you want. Gang what? My game froze. I couldn't do anything. That's the only reason why it ended.
On my way home from work, my mom butt dialed me. She was babysitting my autistic son. What I heard made me pull over. Okay, Samson, let's try again, she said. I pressed the phone harder against my ear and listened to my mom. When the judge asked, what do you say? My stomach dropped. My 7-year-old's voice came through. Daddy hits me when I do my flappy hands. The car drifted. I jerk a wheel back. Good boy. And why does Daddy hit you? My mom.
Yeah,
Feel my fingers because he hates that I'm different. No. Perfect.
we did.
About the closet, what'd you say? I was shaking. Pulled into a gas station. Why was she doing this? Why was my own mom coaching my child? Daddy locked me in the closet for hours when I'm too loud, Samson said. Doesn't let me out until I learn to be normal. I heard my mom clap. You're doing so good, sweetheart. Grandma's so proud. Her voice was warm, encouraging, like she was teaching him to ride a bike. I ended the call before she could realize. I sat there staring at the screen. My whole reality had just gotten flipped. My son is autistic. He stims when he's happy, flaps his hands. I've never once asked him to stop. I've literally flattened him. But my mother always thought I was too soft, that I needed to discipline
For
him.
Taco Bike, I'll do. I don't really.
Screamed, made accusations I couldn't prove. The new me called my lawyer, talked for an hour. Then on my way home, I started talking.
No, they're divine. Divine to. Probably going to be the rarest trait you can get, not gonna lie. And I got 9 for Taco Bike. Nah, I don't really. Because all my stuff's over 100 mil except Kurama.
Samson ran in. I knelt down and handed him the squishmallow. Dinosaur! He squeezed it to his chest and started flapping. My mother watched him flap her jaw tight. You spoiled it, Daniel. He's
Bro,
my son. That's my job.
not trait. I mean, mutation.
Grandma's house. Day 3. I got my first recording. Samson, we need to practice the
What do you want to offer for the Kurama? Hey, you have to. Well, send it to me. Here's my user. It's not really.
I was shocked to see that the beggar was wearing a $5 million watch. This instantly made me want to take it for myself. But the moment I reached for the watch, the beggar pulled his hand away. After failing several times, I completely lost my patience. So I kicked the beggar hard. Pain snapped him awake, but as a lowly beggar, he didn't have the courage to confront my rudeness. So he quietly turned around and walked away. But there was no way I
Yeah, it's really rare, but not good in trading.
and invited the beggar into the shop for a cup of hot tea. The beggar wanted to refuse, but his body couldn't resist the temptation. And just like that, he slowly fell into my trap. Inside the shop, I enthusiastically introduced every item. And while he wasn't paying attention, I slipped a pocket watch into his coat pocket, then secretly stuffed a ring in as well. Once my plan was complete, I lied about teacups and quickly walked away. The next second, I dialed the police, and soon the sound of sirens rang from outside. And that was when I began my performance. Don't move until you steal anything. Please. Sure, I didn't steal anything. The beggar kept explaining, but when he reached into his pocket, he froze completely.
Actually, it was 292 mil, and then a 12.5 mil, and then 7.5 mil. Yo, what up?
Whoever's man sent this? Girl, I'm jealous. What the hell? Who do you think this is? Whoever.
Nah, I'm good, Eddie.
Hey there. My wife noticed it first. Our neighbors were packing in a panic. We walked over to
For your Tang,
the
though,
moment they saw us.
well, I'll do my Gallup Pug.
When we reached the street, everyone was fleeing. I had no idea.
Not really. Tang Tang's more rare than the Spooky. Nah, I'm good on the Bakeroo. I can't send it to you, sorry. Try it again. Because I just restarted my game. You probably typed it in wrong.
Sam was having a full meltdown, screaming for me. The woman kept saying, "It's okay, baby. Mommy's here." Every time she said it, Sam screamed louder. The cops showed up fast. One look at the scene and they separated everyone.
I can't send you...
Grocery run, kids in the car. Woman appeared screaming.
I can't send you trade requests when you're on PlayStation. I got you. I'll send it in chat. That's all you had to ask for. I finally hit 400. Right there, I just sent it in chat.
Their names are Olive and Sam. I'm their father. My wife is home right now. Her name is Jessica. Call her. The cop looked over at my kids, then at the woman, then back at me. She's very convincing. So am I, because I'm telling the truth. He pulled out a notepad. You have any proof these kids are yours? Pictures? Documents? I have 5 years of pictures on my phone. Their birth certificates are at home. Call my wife. Call their school. Call their pediatrician. Call anyone. The other cop walked over. She's saying the kids are that they've been trained to call him daddy. My 3-year-old can barely say the word spaghetti. You think I trained him? The cop called Jessica. Put it on speaker. Ma'am, this is Officer Young. I'm here at Costco with a man who claims to be your husband. Can you describe your children? Olive and Sam. Olive is 5, brown hair, probably wearing her unicorn shirt. Sam is 3, blonde, and he has a small scar. A woman screamed, "They kidnapped our children."
You probably typed it wrong. Check how you typed it.
I gave up my favorite games and went back to stay with her. Every morning at 5, I got up to help her sell porridge at her little stall. Yet I did it not out of love, but because I wanted her property. As soon as we got home, I secretly took photos of the house, planning to sell it. When I found out it was worth $1 million, I immediately dreamed of getting richer. One day, I put on my most beautiful clothes. It was the day the whole thing came together.
Oh my lord, here we go. I sent it. Is this you? Hell no. Well, secrets are buns. Send me it then, because I haven't seen them non-spot. I'm not saying that. Non-stop right here. Okay. I'm good. Thank you, though.
Hey, have you been taking steroids? Yes. No? Did your pretty close guy since last time I saw you? Besides working out, are you taking anything? Yeah. Okay.
You're okay, Daisy. Yo, chat, drop what you got in the chat. Yeah, what up, chat?
Cocofanto elefanto.
What kind of question is that?
I'd definitely say his hair.
Is this your boyfriend?
Yeah, my fiance.
Oh, congrats, guys. What are you using in your hair?
I use base leave-in conditioner.
You use base?
Yeah, I've always had dry hair, and like my hair just looks nice.
Literally always just looks like wet, which I love. I love that.
I don't want to speak too much for girls, but they always love when like athletes have like wet hair after practice.
Dude, if your hair looks better, keep it wet, right? Are you guys following the base account?
I think so.
Let me see right now.
Oh yeah, you guys are live right now.
We're live right now.
Oh,
Say what's up to the chat.
what up, Chad?
How much would you pay for this bag?
Coming from a girl, I always have a makeup bag, so I feel like this would be a good gift for me to give to her.
I'd honestly pay like $200 for this.
200 is crazy.
Isn't that normal bag price?
This one's 50, but you can actually get it for free. Since you're following, I'll give it to you. But if you want to get it,
Yeah, we can trade.
I'd definitely say his hair.
is this your boyfriend?
The best admin abuse ever and steal a brain rot. It started off with Sammy doing the New Year's event to celebrate his birthday. Sammy spawned a lot of lucky blocks so he could get the new brain rods. Then Sammy announced he was making the Headless Horseman OG. I then got a 6-7 from Sammy's base. Then he did the strawberry event, but only for 0.17. Then I decided to fuse my stuff. I got a bacon and egg, so it was pretty good. I managed to bounce them to 240 million. Sammy then went crazy, changing all the items in the fuse machine. First it was Hydra Dragon to Cerberus. Then it was popcorn to Moby. And then it was bacon and eggs to Lost 67. And finally it was Moby to get.
I don't got none for this.
But the programmer said it was a bad idea. I then got a Divine Lost 67 from the fuse machine. The best admin abuse ever and steal a brain.
You wanna chat? Let's see, go. You wanna chat?
skin the sleeves. I eventually had to get help from my mom. So thank you, Mom, for making this runway walk possible. And giving birth to the best talent manager the world has ever seen. Back in 0. He wants to take it off now. Oh, okay. I think that was good enough. I mean, you're back at the beginning.
Yo, chat.
I am Boyka, a top-tier killer, but my gun never carries bullets. I watch my target appear in the scope, then I shift the crosshair to a car about to take a turn. I pull the trigger. The next second, the car loses control. The crash happens instantly. The target never stands up again. I pack my gear, walk away. When the police arrive, they see only a traffic accident, because my gun fires glass, not bullets. The job is clean. This time, however, my boss tells me to collect payment myself. A trace of unease passes through my mind, but I choose to trust him. When I reach the meeting point,
Chat, if I don't get an offer in the next 10 minutes, I'm probably gonna get off.
he empties his magazine and jumps on a motorcycle to flee. I strike midair. He crashes to the ground. He tries to fight back.
So at 2:03 EST.
I demand to know who sent him. If he refuses to...
What do you mean Sammy's address got leaked by?
In every trade equals 10 minutes. Yo, chat, if I don't get a trade by 2:03 a.m., I'm ending live.
My nephew kicked my son's service dog so hard it couldn't walk, and I watched my father do something I'd never seen him do in my entire life. My son has had epilepsy since he was 5, and his service dog Bruno has saved his life more times than I can count.
Yo, what up, chat?
We were headed to my parents' house for Thanksgiving week, and I was terrified because my 13-year-old nephew has never been safe around animals, and my sister has never held him accountable for anything. 6 months ago, Bruno started pawing at my son's chest in the middle of the night and wouldn't stop until I woke up and found my son turning blue in his bed. The doctor at the hospital looked me in the eyes and said, if that dog hadn't woken you up when he did, your son would have had permanent brain damage or worse. When my nephew was 9, he had a hamster that was and my sister stood at the funeral saying, it was an accident. He just loved it too much. He didn't know his own strength. I watched his face while she spoke, and there was nothing there. No tears and no guilt and nothing at all. My father is 63 years old, and I have never once heard him raise his voice. Not when my sister crashed his car in high school. Not when he caught my brother stealing from his his wallet. Every conflict ends with him saying, "Let's all just calm down. We're family. We'll figure this out." So when I called him before
Chat,
and
if I
said,
don't
"Dad,
get
I
an
don't think
offer
Bruno
by
is
2
safe
or
around my
3
nephew," he
a.m.
said, "It'll be fine. I'll keep an eye on things. Just make
EST,
it through Thanksgiving." We pulled
I'm
into the
ending
driveway on Sunday
live.
afternoon, and within the first hour, my nephew had already cornered Bruno in the kitchen and yanked his tail hard enough to make him yell. My sister didn't even look up from her phone. "He's just playing. It's a dog, not a baby." I found my father, and he put his hand on my shoulder and said, "I'll talk to him." Monday night at dinner, my nephew kept kicking Bruno under the table, and every time his foot connected, Bruno would flinch and look at me with these desperate eyes like he was begging me to make it stop. My sister said, "Bruno tried to bite him first. He's just defending himself." And my nephew smirked at me from across the table because we both knew that was a lie. Tuesday afternoon, my son came running to me with tears streaming down his face because he couldn't find Bruno anywhere. We searched for almost an hour before I found him locked in the basement, shaking in the dark, and my nephew was in the living room playing video games like nothing happened. My sister said, "The dog was begging at the table. Honestly, he did everyone a favor." That night, I told my father we were leaving in the morning, and he grabbed both my hands and said, "Please, just make it through Thanksgiving dinner. Just one more day. I promise I will fix this." We should.
Hang on.
My nephew kicked my son's service dog so hard my nephew kicked my at me with these desperate people. Honestly, he did everyone a favor. That hurt before. I ran in and found my nephew standing over Bruno with his hands in his pockets. Bruno was on his side crying and trying to get up, but his back leg was bent in a way that made my stomach lurch. I dropped to my knees and my nephew shrugged. He wouldn't stop following me around. My sister walked in and rolled her eyes. "He's fine. Dogs are resilient. Stop being dramatic." I said, "Your son just broke my son's service dog's leg," and she crossed her arms. "Maybe if you didn't make your kid so dependent on an animal, it wouldn't be a crisis every time something happens." I heard footsteps on the stairs, and my son appeared in the doorway and saw Bruno on the floor, and his face just collapsed. He ran over and dropped down and started petting Bruno's face, saying, "It's okay, buddy. It's okay." And then I saw his left hand start to twitch. Bruno saw it too, and even with his leg shattered, he started dragging himself toward my son because that was his job. My son's eyes rolled back, and he collapsed on the floor in a full seizure, and Bruno kept pulling himself forward with his front legs, whimpering with every inch. My father walked in from the hallway and stopped dead. My son was seizing on the floor. Bruno was still dragging himself toward him with a broken leg. My nephew was just standing. My nephew kicked my son's service dog so hard.
My mother-in-law has been in charge of organizing the family Christmas dinner for 14 years. She decides where everyone sits. My 3 kids always end up at the kids' table, set up in the basement. Meanwhile, my sister-in-law's children sit at the main table. According to her, they need to be them. At first, I let it go.
Yo, chat. We have 3 more minutes, and if I don't get a trade, I'm ending live. Chat, if I don't get it traded in 3 minutes, I'm ending live.
Why your sticky bra isn't giving you cleavage? Because you're putting it on wrong. They just put it on like this, and they're going, "It's not giving me any cleavage." Okay, let me show you how to put this on correctly. First of all, you're going to undo, make them separate. Now, you don't want to put it on your boob with this right in the center, okay? You want it to be more on the side, because when you pull the clasp together in the end, that's what's going to be the cleavage. So I think some people are getting a little confused. So you're going to actually put it on right here, almost like where the push-up padding in a bra would be, which is over to the side, like in a diagonal, you know? When I put it on the other side and clasp it, you're going to really see how good this bra is. Okay, so this is not clasped yet. You can see how far away the clasps are. Now let's clasp it and get the cleavage. Look, it works so good. I'm obsessed with Puff Sticky Bra. You just don't want to wear a strapless bra and you want to wear something off the shoulder. Whatever, I'm obsessed. I will go ahead and tell you. Q&A with my cat, Blue. Will I ever get rich? Yes. Do you love me? Yes. No, we can't even get
Chat, 2 more minutes. If I don't get a trade, the live's ended.
Bell, you like your talent manager? Bell, are you a man, Blue? Will you take over the world? Yes. Jump. Bell.
Isn't the cat a cat when the cat is a cat, or a dog and a mouse and a cat and yes and a cat?
I think he gave up, guys. See you in the next video. Official Q&A with my...
Chat, if I don't get an offer in the next 2 minutes, I'm ending live.
That's disgusting.
Oh my God, get this thing away.
Guys, one more minute. If I don't get a trade, I'm ending live.
While chilling after class, I suddenly got a text saying, "So, when are we going to finally sleep together?" I stared at my phone screen, completely confused, since I hadn't given my number to any girls lately. I had a girlfriend, and there was no way this was her. I responded, "Who's this?" The reply came instantly, "You know who," but I literally had no idea who. I honestly don't. Wrong number, maybe? Then finally she just said, "What do you mean? It's me, silly," followed immediately by another message. "Here, this should help." And I saw the photo icon appear as she was sending me a picture. I watched the loading bar slowly fill up, my heart beating faster with each pixel that loaded. Part of me wondered if this was a scam text and if I should just block it. When the picture finally loaded completely, I saw her standing in a bathroom mirror without any clothes at all. I literally flinched and dropped my phone, knowing my girlfriend would completely lose it if she saw another girl send me that. But when I picked it back up, I saw her face, and I could not believe my eyes. I realized I actually knew who she was. It was Nora, one of my girlfriend's close friends who they hung out with at least twice a week, took all the same classes, knew she had a boyfriend. I was about to delete the photo, but I thought, no, that would definitely make me look worse. My girlfriend would definitely check my phone at any moment, or she could just text me again. We were hanging out that night, and I was literally pacing around my room thinking she had to believe me because I was innocent. Why me? Then my phone started dinging again. It was Nora. "Don't be shy. I know you've been looking at me." This was completely insane because I hadn't been looking at her at all. I finally snapped and thought it would be better to show my girlfriend before she found it herself, since at least that would prove I wasn't hiding anything. I drove over with no music playing, too freaked out to think about anything else. I told her, "Listen, I have something to show you." She immediately looked nervous, with her smile fading. "What is it? What's wrong?" I explained, I need you to know I had nothing to do with this. I have no idea why this happened, so you can't freak out, okay?" I felt like I was about to set off a bomb while I was pulling out my phone. Your friend Nora just started texting me. I don't know how she got my number, and I need you
Guys, the last chance. If I don't get a trade, I'm ending live.
While chilling after class, I suddenly got a text saying, "So, when are we going to finally
10,
sleep together?" I stared at my phone.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, see you guys later. So, any of you guys got a trade to do? Any of y'all got anything to trade?
Oh my god, bro. This guy's.
Alright, I take that as a no. Alright, everyone have a good night.
Also, here are some more misses. Oh god, wins.
Yep. Alright, what do you got?
For the first time in my life.
Yo, what do you got? I'll trade you. If you got anything good. Alright, I'm probably just gonna end live there then. If you don't answer in 10 seconds, I'm gonna end live. 10, 9, 8, 7. Yeah, I can't do that, sorry. Alright, well, everyone have a good night.